Over the last number of months, we've seen more division and polarization in our country, in our community, and even in our churches. Now, I know today is an incredibly historic day in the life of our country and even in our community. The reality is that there may be some more division and polarization. And let me just give you some encouragement today, as well as an opportunity to kind of process this from a biblical lens. You may remember that story in Exodus chapter 32. Where Moses goes up to the mountain and he's meeting with God. God's giving him the Ten Commandments. And down below at the base of the mountain is Aaron and the Israelites. And it's taken a little bit of time, and the Israelites are putting pressure on Aaron. They're saying, where is Moses? Why is he delaying? Well, this mob mentality that the Israelites were showing, they put so much pressure on Aaron that he compromises. They end up deciding that they want to worship something, someone. And so they put their jewelry together, they put it in a fire, and it says they fashion a golden calf out of that jewelry. Well, Moses comes down from the mountain. He hears the commotion. Joshua saying, you got to get down here and see what's going on. He walks up to Aaron, and I actually think this is a pretty comedic moment in Scripture, and he says, how does this happen? And Aaron kind of fumbles around, and he says, well, we threw some metal and jewelry into a fire, and out came a golden calf. Well, Here's Moses' response, and I think this ought to be something we process. Moses did two things. One, he called them back to the Lord. He essentially said, where does your loyalty lie? Mobs want you to buy into whatever they're selling. Ideological groups want you to buy into whatever they're selling. They're going to shame you. They're going to make you feel guilty. They're going to disregard you and your person if you don't believe everything that they do. But we're people of the Lord. So like Moses, we need to go back to where our loyalty lies. The second thing he does is he prays, and he goes back and calls to the Lord and repents. He took responsibility, not just for himself, but he took responsibility for a people. One of the things that we can do is pray for our country right now. See, oftentimes, a mob or ideological groups, they want to oversimplify the problem, they want to overcorrect an injustice, or they want to just make excuses by comparing different things. That's what you call whataboutism. What about when that happened, or what about when this happened? And listen, all of those things just show immaturity and a lack of conviction. So here's my encouragement. Like Moses, let's make sure that our loyalty lies in Jesus. See, it's at the foot of the cross that everything gets changed. And outside of Jesus, we could have the greatest policies, we could have the greatest political parties, but outside of Jesus, there won't be true redemptive, whole change. So my encouragement is this. Go back to where your loyalty lies and pray. Begin to pray. Pray for our president, pray for our country, and pray for churches that Jesus would be exalted in such a way that people would see that and that their lives would be forever changed. I love you, praying for you, looking forward to seeing you soon.